The famous actress Jolie has amazed the world for many years, and it's no coincidence that she was appointed as a Goodwill Ambassador by the United Nations. Recently, actress Angelina Jolie received widespread praise for a moment when she knelt to speak with a fan suffering from ALS on the red carpet at the Venice Film Festival on August 29. Despite wearing a form-fitting long gown, Angelina Jolie didn't hesitate to kneel on the floor to have a closer conversation with a fan lying on a mobile bed. The man, who suffers from ALS, a degenerative neurological disease causing muscle wasting and difficulties in movement, swallowing, and breathing, was visibly touched by the Hollywood actress's kind and gentle gesture. He smiled warmly, appreciating her considerate action. Afterwards, Angelina was assisted by a security staff member to stand up and continue greeting other fans on the red carpet. Many online users expressed that they felt touched by the video. Fans have showered Angelina Jolie with praise, commenting that the mother of 6 has a heart as beautiful as her outward appearance. Angelina Jolie was also praised for her elegant fashion style on the Venice red carpet. She skillfully chose a modest yet figure-flattering chiffon dress and opted for simple makeup and hairstyle that highlighted her naturally captivating beauty. Many commented that Angelina possesses a rare, timeless classic beauty that is seldom seen in today's Hollywood. Angelina Jolie attended the International Film Festival in Italy to promote the film Maria, in which she stars as the legendary opera singer Maria Callas. The film received an 8-minute standing ovation from the audience during the Thursday night premiere. Angelina Jolie was moved to tears by the warm reception from the audience and film critics for her latest work. Angelina Jolie. From a rebel actress to the world's philanthropy queen, the star has never faced any complaints about her fundraising. Angelina Jolie's philanthropic efforts are widely regarded by the press as genuine and sincere, with no accusations of financial opacity. Indeed, Jolie was born into a family of actors, with both her parents being famous. Growing up in a privileged environment, Jolie began acting at the age of 7. By 18, while many young actors were still struggling, she had already secured roles in major films like Cyborg 2. However, Jolie's life was far from perfect when her parents separated. Although she lived with her father, the frequent filming away from home left her emotionally deprived and eventually led her into addiction. From the age of 14, Jolie lived with her boyfriend and even posed for provocative photos and experimented with nearly every type of stimulant before turning 20. Even when Lara Croft, Tomb Raider was produced, catapulting Jolie to A-list status, filmmakers had to insist on daily drug tests and required her to undergo rehabilitation. Determined to complete the film as required, Jolie made a concerted effort to quit drugs. One of the factors that helped her overcome her addiction was her involvement in philanthropy. Jolie recalls her early interest in charitable work during her time filming and detoxing. When I went to Cambodia to shoot Tomb Raider in 2001, I felt I didn't know much. This is a country where you can't go anywhere you want because many places are still littered with landmines. Later, I learned that the US hadn't signed any treaties to ban landmines. I started reading more. I read about the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR. Nearly 20 million people are under the care of this organization. I thought, how could this happen? The more she read, the more Jolie realized she had neglected those less fortunate than herself. She discovered that 1/6 of the world's population lives on less than $1 a day, approximately 1.1 billion people are illiterate globally, and over 100 million children around the world are out of school. These tragic situations drove Jolie to successfully overcome her addiction, even after the filming was completed, and led her into a new chapter of philanthropy, transforming from a former addict into a devoted humanitarian. In 2001, witnessing the dire conditions of suffering people in Cambodia, Jolie made a decision she had never considered before: to adopt an orphan child. The love of a mother prompted Jolie to abandon her former glamorous image and lavish parties to visit refugee camps around the world, becoming a representative and advocate for vulnerable populations. Not only did Jolie become a Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations, but she also became an ambassador for numerous organizations and charitable funds worldwide, such as UNICEF and ONE. Jolie and her then-husband even established the Jolie Pitt Foundation to continue their philanthropic activities. Almost all of Jolie's charitable work is regarded as sincere and substantive, with no complaints about financial transparency. Despite her busy schedule with numerous major projects, Jolie continues to travel tirelessly to remote areas. In 2002, she visited the Tham Hin refugee camp in Thailand, Ecuador, Kosovo, and the Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. In 2003, she traveled to Tanzania and Sri Lanka. In 2005, she went to Pakistan to meet Afghan refugees. The United Nations has stated that since becoming a Goodwill Ambassador, Jolie has undertaken nearly 50 missions in global hotspots, a remarkable achievement for an actress transitioning into this field. With such dedication, Jolie has been honored by many organizations as the Philanthropy Queen, and was the first person in the world to receive the International Citizen Award from the United Nations Correspondents Association, UNCA. For Angelina Jolie, philanthropy is not merely about representing, attending conferences, or adopting more children. She firmly believes in personally visiting difficult areas to experience and understand the charitable work she is involved in. Jolie strives to comprehend how to make her philanthropic efforts more effective and substantive, beyond mere words or handing out money randomly. Indeed, Jolie's charitable activities have continued uninterrupted even after her marriage to Brad Pitt ended. The Hollywood star has continued to organize numerous social activities in her role as a UNHCR Special Envoy. She was even appointed as a columnist on migration, conflict, and human rights issues for the international edition of Time magazine. During the recent COVID-19 pandemic, the Philanthropy Queen has been even more concerned about the poor and refugees who have faced increased difficulties as the global economy stagnated.